Welcome back to another episode of Two Drunk Guys and a Football Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Skitty Domestic.
And Marcus the Hammer Mary.
Got a good episode. Last bit of the year. Last regular season game, I guess. Heading into the playoffs. No more fantasy. We got a lot of things happening already this week. This week we're going to have a little bit different of a format. We're not going to have as much fantasy, so a longer miscellaneous portion as we can cover more of that stuff. But to start, as most of you know, or most of you that listen probably also went to school with us, but Marcus and I are from Perry, and most of you are from Perry also. At this point, it's been covered nationally of the tragic event that happened at the high school here in Perry, and the two deaths, one actual victim, the other of the
shooter.
Shooter, yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to say there. Definitely a hard situation that happened last Thursday. If normally you see us posting, announcing our episodes, but last week we just kind of didn't feel that was something that needed to be done. Whoever listened to us without that, we appreciate you. But with the event that happened, the community has definitely come together very greatly. Like, I'm actually really impressed with Perry on how well so many people come together, and not just Perry as a community. I mean, the whole state, every surrounding city. It's crazy how much support we've had with everything that's going on. There's a lot of different places that you can donate. My class is doing a donation. I'm gonna throw in the links to all these different places you can donate. You can buy shirts, sweaters, those type of things. Pre-seeds will go. If you not really a link, but the Raccoon Valley Bank here in Perry has an account specifically, two different accounts specifically for the situation that's going on. One specifically for all the victims, the school, the general, I guess I'll call it the general one. And then there's an account specifically for Amir's family. So if that's something that you want to just do yourself and do that, that's fine. I have to go to like I said, our class did one, and your class joined with us. And right now I'm sitting at just under $2,000 in my Venmo account between the two classes, and I still haven't gotten. Yeah, as of right now, I haven't gotten everything. So we'll probably have.
I think there's a GoFundMe for Mr. Marburger and his medical expenses too.
Yeah, there's a GoFundMe for him. There was a general GoFundMe. I mean, I think Marburger's GoFundMe, I checked a day or two ago, and it was already at like $21,000. So,
I think Brooks said last night it was 30 or something like that.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of medical expenses.
Oh yeah, definitely with everything that's
a lot of surgeries and stuff.
And with that, all the different donation things, everybody will be, better. It's a healing at this point. We painted the rock. That's our big thing in Perry is the rock. Myself and a couple class representatives from my class and the senior class of 2024 got together and painted the rock in honor of Amir in the community. It was cold. It was 30 degrees, and it was not like, in the sun, the paint dries within 10 minutes. We were out there for 2 hours just trying to get, and it still wasn't even close to being dry when we were trying to ride over it. So it was a lot of do it and then go over it. But I don't have any Perry stuff besides my sophomore year basketball sweatpants. So I just wore a blue and white jersey that I have.
Yeah, I wore my my strength and conditioning shirt I got in high school from making it to all the days of strength and conditioning. I don't know if it says what year it was. I believe it was 2014. 2014, 2015. So this is an old shirt.
See, I was trying to find any Perry stuff I had. I found these things, but I I know I said earlier, like when we first started the podcast, I outed you with your football photo. I don't remember what year it was, but I found a button that has my freshman year football photo. If it, come on,
You were number 70.
yeah,
It's yeah. It's
come on, come on, come on. I don't know. It likes to not.
really looking like Dom right there, dude.
Dude, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know why this camera does that. It'll pick and choose when it wants to do that. But then I also found like my basketball photos.
Focus, yeah.
You know, but yeah, with the events that are going on, if I know plenty of people have already donated. I've donated a couple different things, and at that point, I don't think I can financially afford any more donations at this point. But if you're able to, if you haven't already, anything helps. It's gonna, we have multiple people that were in the hospital. Two of them were like major, two or three of them were like major stuff, where they're gonna have months to years of recuperating, coming back to whatever their normal will ever be now. And then clearly the death of the sixth grader Amir. With that, like we always say, once a Blue Jay, always a Blue Jay. So we just thought we needed to say our piece there. Again,
We'll drink to that.
Yeah, drink to that. Everything, again, will be in the description if you're interested in anything. Or if you want to, I know like our YouTube page has an email. If you know us personally, just message us. We can help you out with whatever you need to go to. But with that, starting, we did have a college game. We had the college football playoffs championship game. Quite a shocker in terms of score, in my opinion. Michigan won 34, Washington 13.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Washington just didn't play a good game from what I saw. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched part of it. I saw that wide receiver. People are saying it's a bad ball from Penix. It's kind of one that it's kind of like a 50-50. The receiver probably could have caught it, but
Yeah.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you on your
It cut out.
Are
Sorry.
you on your Wi-Fi again?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm not having any issues on mine.
I am not.
Uh,
It keeps once I'm listening to it, it keeps cutting out. That's better now. You're a lot clearer too. So, but no, it was weird. But it was kind of 50-50 ball. He threw it up. The receiver was wide open. It probably would have been a touchdown. And he threw it to the back shoulder. He was trying to lead it to the sideline on fourth down. It hit the receiver's hands, but it would have been a tough catch. I don't know. That was a rough
Washington's
game.
defense,
It's good for me as
you get. It came down to defense, really. I mean, it's not like Washington wasn't able to move the ball at certain positions, and then they were going for it on fourth down instead of kicking field goals, which, how much would a field goals even helped? I mean, they're points. They would have, those type of things, momentum. But Michigan's defense, it's Big Ten defense. I expected a lot better, closer of a game. Pac-12 defense is not, it's like the Big 12. They're very high scoring offenses.
their running back ran all over everyone too.
Both of them. The Blake Corum had 2 late touchdowns, and then Edwards had the first 2. I mean, like, their offensive line was getting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Washington does in the Big Ten now that they're moving. The other one too is, I mean, they're going to be rebuilding, so like expecting anything from Washington next year will be tough, just because they're losing the quarterback and losing 2 or maybe 3 of their wide receivers. So, and then
Penix Jr. This was the best thing for the Vikings because I want Penix. Since he didn't win, I think that he might slip in drafts, but we'll see.
Yeah, it was his worst game. He had 2 interceptions, but we'll see what goes on there. Then we have a bunch of news in the NFL world. Why don't you go ahead and get started with the news?
First, and most definitely not, or first and probably the most important news of all this week, Arthur Smith's ass got fired.
That is a win for America.
That's a win for America. Next year, Bijan Robinson, top 5. Drake London, top 12, top 25. Kyle Pitts, top 25. Like, bring in Eric Bieniemy, bring in anyone that will use this offense correctly.
Yeah.
The fact that I posted on the Instagram, just a story on the Instagram, Tyler Algier had a better rookie year rushing than fucking Bijan Robinson because they split so many goddamn carries. Bijan got probably, honestly, with all of it, I'd say he only got like 55% of the workload or 60% of the work less.
40. It was like 46. I saw
46%. So Tyler Algier and what's his face? Oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
why would you do that? Think about it. If he got 100, he would have rushed for like 1,800 yards.
Okay, 100. Give him like 75.
Yeah, I know.
Like not even 100. Get him 55, 60, and he still would have been crazy. Yeah. Well, the other one too to consider is, Russ is one of the top quarterbacks that they land potentially, and the only wide receiver,
Dude,
and the only one wide receiver they have on their roster besides like nobodies is Drake London. So the Falcons can go
Oh, I know.
and get another guy. But yeah, Arthur Smith being fired, huge deal. It'll be interesting to see who they get. There's so many last couple of days you have so many coaches being interviewed and all that stuff, or requesting to be interviewed, and all that. It'll be interesting to see the little shakeup. We have like 7 head coach positions open right now.
Eric Bieniemy to the moon, dude.
I think
get him in there.
I think a lot of teams want Eric, so it'll be interesting.
Get Kellen Moore. Get anyone that will fucking use that player.
Yeah,
That's all I fucking want. I don't care. All I want for Christmas is someone to give me a good fantasy value out of Falcons players. Because, like, I don't know, maybe I got a hard on for Falcons. I don't know, but they that offense has so many good players that they don't use, and it bugs me. And the offensive line is good. But that was my first news. Had to get that out of the way. Took 5 minutes. It is what it is. A surprising one, Mike Vrabel got fired.
Yeah, the Titans.
I didn't see that one. I kind of saw that coming a little bit, but like he did okay with what he got there. He made a couple playoff teams.
He had over a 500 winning record despite the last 2 seasons not going well.
Yeah.
The Vikings say it was because they didn't want to. It was basically a time thing for them. They didn't think that they could find somebody to trade for him and all this other stuff. And it's like the amount of head coaching positions that are available, somebody would have traded for him.
You mean the Titans? You said the Vikings.
Yeah, the Titans. Sorry, like somebody would have traded for him. That be the Pats, the Steel, like whoever has like even because like we don't know, Belichick might be gone too. Like you could have basically done a straight swap, send Belichick to the Titans, But yeah, I think they went too they moved on too quick. They could have gotten something for him.
He's going to get another coaching job for sure. Head coaching job. Pete Carroll parts ways. I think he's retiring, but he's staying on the staff as like an advisor, kind of like a Bruce Arians thing.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's old as fucking dirt, so I don't think it was that he was bad because that team kind of had a little bit of down year, but they were also rebuilding. Even though they were a playoff team last year, they weren't that great.
What they need to do is go get an offensive-minded coach. He'll be an advisor. He's great at he's great with the defensive side. They've had great to good defenses under his time. You go and get yourself an offensive-minded coach. Go draft a quarterback. Clearly, you're going to need it. You have Kenneth Walker, DK still. Tyler Lockett's on the older side. you have a lot of weapons still in that offense.
Jackson
Yeah,
Smith and Jigba.
yeah, like you have the weapons to make that offense good. You need a more consistent.
Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. I couldn't. I didn't want to say his name because I couldn't think of his last name off the top of my head. But you need to get a quarterback that's going to be more consistent. I know Gino is a fighter. And you got Drew Lock, but like you got to get something different.
But they just didn't write back, though.
Yeah.
Next one is Ron Rivera fired.
Everyone knew that one.
We knew this was coming. They were talking about not firing him on his fucking birthday, and I was like, well, he knows he's gonna get fired, so just fire him on his fucking birthday. And then I don't know who else got fired out of those.
No,
None that
because we have Staley was already fired.
Oh, yep. Oh yeah, so was what's his nuts, the guy for the Raiders.
Frank Reich was already fired, and Mike McDaniels was already fired. So there's
Josh,
7. Yeah,
Josh
McDaniels.
McDaniels.
Yeah, God,
Josh.
yeah, whatever. Those 4 plus those 3. Those are the 7 current ones. The Bears are allegedly keeping their head coach. They fired like everybody else but the head coach. Dennis Allen, it sounds like, is staying with the Saints, even though he shouldn't be. Which you lost the locker room. He should not be the coach.
Dude, the Saints next year are in so much trouble, dude. They have no fucking cap.
No cap.
They cannot do anything. And the Derek Carr move was the worst fucking move ever. And I thought that once they fucking did it.
Right now, right now, the best position to be in terms of like coming in to be a coach, I think would be the Commanders. You get a top 3 pick. You have, I think, the most cap space for free agency, and you still have a bunch of those like younger weapon guys. Like it's clearly.
I would say fucking Atlanta, dude.
That too. I would. Yeah. I guess the Commanders. The only bad part is you have to like figure out that defense. Your offense, I think, is fine. Maybe you just need. I don't know. I don't think Sam Howell was that bad, but you have a top 2 pick.
No, dude. Honestly, if the Commanders get rid of Sam Howell because they're stupid, trade him to Minnesota. I take him.
Yeah, like
I love me some Washington quarterbacks, as you know.
Like you have a top 2 pick, top 2 or 3 pick. You could trade that. Like I want the Bears to trade back because I don't think they need to keep Justin Fields.
They will.
I want the Commanders trading back would be smart too because then you get a bunch of draft capital players, whatever you get from them, and then you'd still have Sam Howell. And again, Sam Howell was not bad. Your defense was atrocious, and that's the problem with Justin Fields too with the Bears is their defense was terrible for most of the season. But the news that I have,
I keep seeing if the Bears. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Oh, I got 2 more.
You got 2 more? Oh.
Vikings get the number. Yeah, the Vikings got the number 11th pick.
Oh.
Money, and JJ went over 1,000 4 years in a row. Over 1,000. Only played 10 games. It's pretty crazy.
I know it's pretty crazy. I'll give you that. That is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Jalen Rieger. That's just terrible. Could have had JJ. JJ's better than AJ Brown, bro. Yeah. Why didn't that register for you?
Well, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about with Jalen, because I thought you were going to say something with him with the Vikings. You know, like I don't know, like I was just waiting for something with him with the Vikings. I don't know.
And he's like, it's so past, I don't even think about it now. No, but that's all I had. JJ over 1,000. Jalen Rieger was the right pick for the Eagles.
Sam Laporta, hyperextended knee, and bone bruise. Basically, sort of what Travis Kelce had. So he only missed a week. If the Lions make it past this round, I imagine he'll be back. But it'll be big. He was a big target share on that offense, so it'll be interesting to see where those targets go. And then the Miami Dolphins signed Justin Houston and Bruce Hoover into that defensive line after Bradley Chubb, Van Ginkel, whatever his name is. You lost Jalen
Winkle,
Phillips.
yeah.
Yeah, like they needed some pass rush, so they went and got some guys that can
How
do it
fucking
for them.
old is Justin Houston now?
I don't know.
Look it up. He's got to be like fucking. He's got to be like 38 years old. Who the fuck's paying a 38-year-old pass rusher? That's fuck. I'd rather take Brandon Jacobs coming in and playing defensive end.
He's 34.
Oh, really? God, he feels like he's old as piss, though, doesn't he? I feel like Justin Houston's been in the league forever. What year did he get drafted?
Uh, 2011, third round pick.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes for them, especially when they needed it. You lost all those guys. I was surprised like people like Dominic and Sue didn't get signed or whatever, but you need more of a pass rush, not an interior guy there. Couple game highlights. I didn't go through all of them because some of them were like whatever. I just kind of did like the ones that stood out. Titans 20, Titans. I put 20 and 20. Didn't the Titans score 30 or something? I don't remember. I put the wrong score down.
They beat the fuck out of the Jags.
Yeah, they beat the Jags.
Know.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence had 2 interceptions. Derrick Henry had 153 and 1 touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence on the hot seat next year?
I think so. I think that because he shows so many good flashes of being able to be good, but then it just like when it comes down to actually winning, it doesn't happen. He's got like a I think he's like 18 and like 20 or some shit, or like 18 and 30 or some shit. Like his winning record's not good, and
he kind of reminds me of like a more talented Baker Mayfield. Like there's high hopes, but like I feel like he's losing the team, especially like people saying like Calvin Ridley's the worst 1,000-yard receiver of all time. Yeah, it kind of feels like that sometimes because like he just. Dude, I don't know what Trevor Lawrence was doing half the time. Like, he made so many weird, stupid mistakes. It didn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, and then you had, like, games like, just watching some of it, I mean, like, you had the games with, like, Kansas City where four potential touchdown passes were not called because his wide receiver couldn't get 2 feet in, or, like, shit like that, or, like, on Twitter, I saw some post was like, look at all Trevor Lawrence missed passes, and like it's literally a video of Trevor Lawrence dropping dimes, but his wide receivers dropped the ball. Like, clearly he's had his issues, but I'm also
he's talented.
It also like I feel like Doug Peterson. I like Doug Peterson, but like. He had some questionable play calls with that offense. You have ETN, you have a stacked offense, and it seemed like they weren't utilizing or just doing what they should have been doing with that team that they had. You had underperformances by like
it
Calvin
bugged
Ridley
me.
often.
Yeah, it bugged me with Calvin Ridley because I feel like he's the most talented wide receiver on that team, even over Christian Kirk. And once I watched him play, they never would move him outside of the outside of the field, and they didn't do a good job getting the ball in his hand. He was the most explosive player on their team, dude.
Yeah.
Besides maybe Travis Etienne, but they did a terrible job of scheming him open. I thought like he was so situational, and like there were times where he was like fucking taking over games, and there were times where he just fucking they didn't do anything, and it wasn't like that. And he got so many targets too. Like he had to have been targeted over 120 times this year. Like it was crazy, but they couldn't connect.
What stood out to me is despite Derrick Henry having games where he'd have like 20 yards, he still finished over 1,000. I'm pretty sure.
Derrick Henry did?
Yeah, I think so.
Or
Or he was
Calvin
damn
Ridley?
close. No, Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry went for 153 this game. Like it was so weird. Like just such quiet because of all the games that they were getting blown out and shit. Like, let me pull up the stats real quick. I'm pretty sure
So I was looking.
Yeah,
I was looking.
he dropped
so
11
ESPN does
he
like.
dropped 1100 yards, and he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games of less than 50 yards, and 1, 2, 3 games of less than 25 yards.
So I was going through ESPN, and ESPN did like your best pick of last year, and it said Calvin Ridley was my best value at because I paid $39 for him in the auction. It said it was my best value and stuff like that, and I started laughing. I was like, "Yeah, you know who it was in your league? Brees Hall, baby."
Oh yeah, I guess probably. Mine was CMC, and then Stroud and somebody else I don't remember. Next game, the Chargers. Chiefs won 13-12. One touchdown that game was a 97-yard fumble recovery by the defense.
1 second. Holy shit, both scared me. What do you
Are
need?
you alive?
Yeah.
Can I cam you? Is that unprofessional?
Fuck you, Bo.
We have.
If you're gonna be on here, you got a
What's going
shotgun.
on?
You got a shotgun a beer.
I disagree completely.
Hey,
Oh, dude, you scared the fuck out
Hey,
of me.
tell
I
him
looked
if
over
he's-
and I was like, "Who the fuck?"
tell him if he's gonna put his face
I
on the
figured
pod,
out
he's got a shotgun a beer.
He said if you're gonna put your face on the pod, you got a shotgun a beer.
I'll shotgun one after I shower, or maybe I should before I shower.
Do it before you shower. He's doing it, dude.
You gonna make me shotgun before I go on Fox News?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's going on Fox News.
Oh, for what?
I'm gonna spill it.
He's gonna be
I'm not gonna be able to finish it.
tip it up.
I forget how to do it.
Here, I'll do
I
it.
don't
for you.
know.
Two
I
drunk
don't
guys.
spill it.
If you're listening on Spotify,
I'm not gonna be.
Bo Bryles is making another guest appearance. Quick, he's gonna shotgun a beer for the pod. Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, brother!
Woo!
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
I still got a little in there covered for me.
Oh,
right.
didn't even finish it.
Wow, dude. Give me my Kraken, you
I
bastard.
still got beer.
Alright, finish it. Over here, at least you shotgunned. You did something good for the podcast.
All right, Chiefs 13, Chargers 12, 1 TD. Scored in that whole game, 97-yard fumble recovery. Easton Stick fumbled.
Yeah.
Battle of the backups, and it was terrible. Like at least some of these battle of the backups we've had like decent scores, but that was just terrible. Bills 21, Dolphins 14. Tua threw the game sealing pick. Josh Allen went for 359, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then 67 rushing yards.
I think we need to go back to the days where Alabama quarterbacks suck because they have this year. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah. I don't know what Tua, like, they showed the replay of that pick, and his guy was covered the whole fucking time. I have no idea what he was looking at to throw that ball. But the Bills needed the win to get the division. They showed up. They, despite the 2 interceptions, because Josh Allen was just fucking chucking the ball. He's doing what he normally does, and he's like, "Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I'm throwing it."
Hey, I don't give a fuck, dude. Josh Allen. I'm saying this right now. It should be CMC, but if there is one quarterback in the league that deserves it, it's Josh Allen for MVP. And here's why. He's taken that team. He had a really rough start, but he's leading the league with all touchdowns. He's had like fucking 10 rushing touchdowns, 34 or 44 touchdowns overall. And like he's taken that team. They were like the fucking 10th seed in the AFC to fucking be in what are they, the third now or the second? Second
I think
seed?
the
Second seed, I think they are. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bills definitely turn it around. Even though, again, it's the inconsistency with him. He's like, I'm going to throw two interceptions, but I'm also going to put up at least. He's like a better version of Jameis Winston. You know, he's a winning version of Jameis Winston.
No, dude, he's not a better version of Jameis Winston. He's the white Cam Newton, bro.
Yeah, but Jameis Winston turned the ball over, but he'd at least score and throw up a fuck ton of yards. The only difference was he wasn't winning games. At least they're winning games. Like, I don't know. Next game, another game of battle of the backups. Rams 21, 49ers 20. The boy Carson Wentz, 3 total touchdowns, 56 rushing yards. Wentz is back, baby.
He's back.
Dude, he looked. I don't know if you watched like any football this weekend, but like,
I didn't get to. I was busy. I know that Puka got the rookie receiving everything, basically.
Yeah, they got him.
Yards,
they got him all that, and then they took him out. They're like, get his ass out. So, but came back. That's a game-winning drive, game-winning touchdown drive, or whatever. I guess not really, because it wasn't like fourth quarter, but still, they were down. Scored. He had a 12-yard QB draw rushing touchdown, and in my I love Twitter because it was all like, Eagles fans must be like, Eagles fans are pissed off right now because like Carson Wentz is doing it to perfection, and whenever we run it, it just seems to not work this year half the time or 90% of the time. But if that doesn't secure Wentz another contract somewhere, terrible. And then
the Rams are a QB factory at this point, dude. Baker's played good. Fucking Matthew Stafford's been decent.
And I tweeted about it too on the X, on our thing. I am convinced that the Rams brought in Carson Wentz strictly to make Matthew Stafford play better. Pre Carson Wentz, Matthew Stafford, they had a losing record. He had, I think he was like 8 touchdown, 8 pay. Like, it was very, very close. Ever since they signed him, they've lost 1 game, and Matthew Stafford's thrown 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He needed actual competition to make him scared for his job. Is basically what I envision. The Jets passed on Wentz, which I think the Jets made a mistake on doing that.
Some people are like that.
Yeah, I think Stafford just needed the competition to turn him around, because nothing really changed on offense. They had the same weapons. They had I guess Kupp did miss some time, but it's not like Puka wasn't going off already. They had the same running back, same offense. Like, it just seemed odd, but that happened. Stafford just needed the boost to do better. And Wentz is officially 4-0 against the 49ers in his career, has never lost. Just like he's never lost on Thursday Night Football. Real spectacular. Next game, Vikings 20.
You're right. Carson Wentz is better than Jalen Hurts. They made the wrong decision. I'll admit that right now.
Lions 20, Lions 30, Vikings 20. Nick Mullins doing the Jameis Winston thing. 396 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. St. Brown had 7 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown. You wanted them to lose.
JJ had 12 catches for 192 yards and 2 touchdowns.
But you wanted them to lose.
Or 8 touchdowns. I did want them to lose. Like I said, dude, Nick Mullins is white discount Jameis Winston. Like, the dude, Bo said it best, dude. He literally either plays really, really fucking good or really bad. It's like he could be a starting quarterback in the NFL, but he just is he plays that fucking what's his face, the Harvard quarterback with the beard, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, he literally plays that role to a T, where he's like, fuck it, I'll play really good to get another contract, but not good enough that expectations are too high.
Yeah, and I think that's what most backup quarterbacks have to do. at this point.
Not true. There's a lot of bad backup quarterbacks.
That's true. But, like, guys like Jacoby Brissett or, Brissett especially, Jameis Winston, now that he's a backup.
Yeah.
Like,
Taylor Heineke.
When they come in, they play decent enough to secure contracts. You wanted the Vikings to lose. You wanted them to get a lower draft pick, which I bet you're happy with 11 instead of what?
Dude, 11 right out of the top 10, dude. Penix or Joe or Bo Nix, dude. You know how fucking happy I'd be. And Kirk Cousins just said that he's going to take. He said that he would consider a hometown discount for the Vikings.
Yeah,
that'll be boom, big. Baby. We're looking good. Get some free agency in there. Maybe get a couple decent draft picks since quarterbacks are going to be such a hot commodity this year. Yeah. Boom, we're looking good.
Yeah, maybe go get yourself some decent running backs too. I know, like with Madison not doing it, go get yourself either. I know you don't like paying especially when you got to pay JJ. You're not going to be able to pay a running back a free agent running back most likely unless he's super cheap. But Bucky Irvin, like he's a smaller, decent running back from Oregon. Like there's the McCorum guy, Corum from Michigan. Like there's going to be a lot of running backs available in later rounds to go and get that will be able to compete, especially for you guys. Then lastly, the Giants 27, Eagles 10. Tyrod Taylor.
Well.
1 second. Tyrod Taylor threw for 297, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Eagles had less than 300 yards total and 4 total turnovers. Eagles should have never played their starters. I said this last week and was adamant on it. Especially when Smith and Swift were both ruled out. I get you want to shoot for the division, but in order to win the division, the Cowboys had to lose the Commanders. What are the chances, or even the odds, that the Commanders were going to beat the Cowboys?
Very low.
Exactly. In a situation like that, I know our team has not been good all year, but A.J. Brown went down. Luckily, not a long-term injury. We did lose Sidney Brown to an ACL at safety, so now our secondary's weaker even. Let everybody take a rest. Don't play them. It just didn't make sense to me to play our starters and put them in those situations.
What's the Eagles' record?
11-6.
Oh, weren't they 10-1 at one point?
Yep.
All I know is, who'd you guys lose to? The 49ers, the Cowboys? No, did you guys play the 49ers this year?
Yeah, we lost to the 49ers. We split with the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
We split with the Cowboys.
The Giants you split with. You guys lost to the Jets. Who else was it?
The Seahawks. The Seahawks,
I forgot about that one, yeah.
Let's see here. Commanders, Jets.
You guys lost to the Commanders?
No. Sorry. Giants, Jets, Seahawks, Cowboys, Cardinals, 49ers.
Oh, the Cardinals. Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, I'll go about it deeper, but I just want a first round exit for coaching reasons. That's all I'll go get into right now. But
they need to fire Sirianni 100%.
I just wanted them to bench everybody. Just bench everybody. I get it probably doesn't fix our team, but Jalen Hurts now has a fucked up middle finger, throwing hand finger. AJ Brown, who knows what he'll, even though it's not a major injury, how much is he at 100%, you don't need that going into the playoffs. Should have benched them all, left it at that. But yeah, end of the quarter. So quarter 2, again, this is going to be a longer one just because don't really have fantasy to talk about, and we just have a bunch of stuff at end of the season. End of the regular season. First, we're going to start off with the fantasy that we did, the one quick fantasy thing. Marcus and I did that draft back in going into week 13 of players. And Marcus won out of those 6 weeks. His team scored 746 points. My team scored 643 points. A bunch of fucking zeros for me. Drafted Keenan Allen, had 4 weeks of not playing. What was it? I had 10 zeros and you had 4.
I had 5.
Yeah, 5, sorry. So next year, we're going to do it again.
Double.
We're going to do it again next year, but we're going to revamp it and have like flex players. So then each week we're at least not having to deal with zeros as long. And, well, we'll always have somebody to fill in for injuries or somebody sitting out. At least, like Jalen Hurts having 0 last week. I mean, that was because he just played like shit. All right.
Yeah.
So first off, we're going to go through our end of the year. What do you want to call it? Awards. What we think. Who will be getting what, or what we personally think. Now that the season has ended, I can tell you right now, only 2 of them have been the same for me all season. Other than that, everything's changed for me.
I'm sure mine have too, yeah.
So MVP, who do you have?
Josh CMC.
CMC?
Yeah. I think it might be Josh Allen. Josh Allen over Lamar, in my opinion. But I would say right now it's got to be CMC, dude. He just meant so much to that team. Brock Purdy showed that he isn't a MVP caliber quarterback. He was good, but like he obviously relied on Ayuk, Samuel, Kittle, and CMC, so a lot. And I think CMC just ran through everyone this year.
Yeah. I have CMC, but in quotation or in parentheses, I put it's going to be Lamar because he's a quarterback. So
I don't know though. I feel like Josh Allen over Lamar.
Yeah, I mean I agree. I see it too. I just think the whole being the number one. I mean, look at his team in a sense. Like his wide receiver core again isn't. You got old ass OBJ. Zay Flowers has been good. He lost Mark Andrews. He lost a bunch of his running backs. I can see the plead for his case. I guess his stats don't really show MVP, but I think without Lamar on that roster, they're not the number one seed with the same. Let's put in a like you put in another quarterback because it's the most valuable player to your team in a sense too.
He was crazy too. CMC was crazy because he was in 60% of all championships.
But like. I think just because it typically goes to quarterback, it's going to end up being Lamar. But I think CMC 100% deserves it, which is unfortunate. Which I saw this crazy stat. It's the first time ever that a player has ever finished with the total amount of yards being the same year. So in 2023 season, he finished with 2,023 scrimmage yards.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's never happened before?
No.
Really? How? See, where are they getting these fucking stats from? Who went through every single year and was like, you know what? In 1999, no player had 1,000.
Well, I think it's like leaders because CMC is I think the total like scrimmage leader or whatever, and the scrimmage leader finished with like.
I still think that's bullshit.
I don't know.
I still think that's bullshit, dude. They come up. That's what I hate about the NFL. They come up with the stupidest fucking things, dude. Like, this is the first year that an NFL rushing leaders ever had the same amount of yards as the year it is. This is crazy. This is wild. Let's make a discussion about this. Like, who the fuck cares, dude?
I don't know.
Who fucking cares if CMC had 2,023 fucking rushing or total yards? Jesus Christ, dude! I don't know why they do that. Sorry, a little rant.
No, you're fine. It's a LeBron stat, like just it's one of those LeBron stats.
Yeah, it's one of those fucking stupid stats they put up.
Next, offensive player of the year,
Tyreek Hill. You went different.
Because I know CMC's not going to win MVP, I went CMC for this. just because I know it's not. Again, it's not going to happen. I would be shocked if CMC somehow got it, even though he deserves it.
Adrian Peterson won one.
I know.
And Peyton Manning was putting up big numbers.
I know.
Didn't Adrian Peterson do it the same year that Manning threw for 50 touchdowns? No, it couldn't have been.
No.
It was his first year in Denver, though, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it was the year after.
Yeah, I think so.
But, yeah. I just see it being CMC. And even if I didn't choose CMC and I went CMC and somebody else, I think CD Lamb gets the Offensive Player of the Year.
Dude, yeah.
Over
I forgot
Tyreek.
about CD.
Tyreek had a bunch, Tyreek was on pace to go over 2,000, and because of injuries and bad performances, which again, not all because of him, your quarterback kind of has that issue too. And your offense, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. So I would almost I think CD had a way better season in terms of wide receiver than Tyreek Hill did. I know the numbers don't say it, but CD fucking had a good season. So I'm going to go CMC. If CMC wins MVP, which I want him to, I would go CD at Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Defensive Player of the Year.
Myles Garrett.
I have Myles Garrett too, dude. Dude's a dog. Way better. Wait. I want to say this right now. This is for you little bastard, Austin. I'm saying right now, Myles Garrett is way better a player than TJ Watt. Way better. TJ Watt sucks. He always gets hurt. Myles Garrett's big. He's fucking powerful. He's fast. He has almost as many sacks in less years. So, fuck TJ Watt.
Well,
actually, I like TJ Watt. He's a good player.
Less games, technically. But
less games, yeah.
What's crazy to me is that the All-Pro players selection came out, and TJ Watt's not on the list.
Ooh.
Because the Players Association does one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I went Myles Garrett. Got into it with Austin because Austin's like, he was the sack leader. He deserves it. I'm like, defense isn't all about being the sack leader. Clearly, I looked at the stats between him and Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is double teamed twice as much than TJ Watt is, and he's putting up just similar, just under being similar numbers. He doesn't go into pass coverage as he's an actual DN. TJ Watt's an outside linebacker. Outside linebackers get put into coverage, so usually you're gonna have pass deflections and all that. But one thing that happened was Myles Garrett's top 10 in rush win percentage and pass win percentage. Actually, top 6. He's number 6 in run, number 2 or 3 in pass. So he's top 6 in both of those. That's fucking crazy to think about. To be.
Yeah, he's good at both. Yeah,
he's double teamed at a high percentage compared to TJ Watt, and he's had one pass deflection, one target, one pass deflection, 0 catches allowed, while TJ Watt's allowed
You know what that is? That is a. He's strapping him
exactly.
up. TJ Watt's letting touchdowns happen.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go Myles Garrett. He definitely deserves it. I know. Again, it's one of those things where his numbers aren't going to show what he truly is. I mean, he's got a field goal block. Nobody talks about that. He single-handedly won them that game pretty much because of how he balled out. It's more than just the stats. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh. But I got Puka Nacua.
I also have Puka.
Puka. CJ had it on lock. He got hurt and had a concussion for a month. That hurt him pretty bad. But dude, Puka's just been such a good story in the NFL.
You can't
late round draft pick.
You can't break records and not get it. CJ Stroud played well. He got his team to the playoffs, but he didn't really break any records. Total touchdowns, pass. Anything like Puka.
Wait, isn't it Wait, who has the rookie passing record? Isn't it Baker Mayfield, bro?
It's Baker or Justin Herbert.
There's no way Justin broke it. Maybe he did break it. What the fuck? I hope he didn't. I liked when Baker had it. Baker Mayfield should be the MVP. That's what I think.
Justin Herbert with 31.
Damn. I liked it when Baker had it.
In a single game, is 5 by a rookie.
Who is it? Who's the rookie?
Deshaun Watson, Jameis Winston, and Matthew Stafford.
Really?
You want to know who comes up at number 4, in second place with 4? Aiden O'Connell.
CJ Stroud. Oh, really?
Isn't that crazy? There's a bunch of 4s, but the fact Aiden O'Connell is on that fucking list.
Hey, dude, he's a dog.
Will Levis, Mac Jones. Oh, Mac Jones did it twice. Baker Mayfield, Mariota, Derek Carr.
Dude, Mac Jones was looked like he was the best rookie in that draft. Now it doesn't look like there was a good rookie in that draft.
Josh McCown, Bulger, Carson Palmer. There's a bunch with 4, but the 5s are. Oh, I guess Stroud's on there with 5 too. So he tied the record. Oh no,
He's breaking records, dude.
He didn't break it. He tied it.
He's tying records.
No, Puka definitely deserves it. Been phenomenal. I said he was going to go over his 500 projected yards. I was right.
You were right.
Completely went over that, but
who's your defensive rookie of the year?
Jalen Carter.
Really?
Yeah, it hasn't really changed for me. He's not getting at least for me, he's not getting talked about because of how bad the team has been. But individual stats, he's been putting up.
I would say Carter too. Witherspoon had a really good rookie year, though.
He had a good. I mean, again, he had a good solid run, and then he kind of fell off, and nobody stopped. They stopped talking about him.
All I know is the Washington Commanders cornerback, the one that I didn't like,
Emmanuel Forbes.
A fucking waste of a pick, dude. You could have got, I don't know, a better defensive player with that pick, but what are you going to do?
All right, who's your comeback player of the year?
I don't even want to fucking do this one. Because we all both know it's going to be Damar Hamlin, but it pisses me off.
But is that who you wrote down on your paper?
That's what I wrote down, but it should be Russell Wilson.
Yeah. No.
It should be Russell Wilson. Fucking, I'd put Calvin Ridley over him. I'd fucking put. I mean, fuck. Who else?
Joe Flacco at this rate. Fuck.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. Breece Hall. Who else could you put? You could put a lot of them.
Yeah, all these guys are getting robbed just because a guy basically died on the field. But it's going to be Damar. There's no way it's not. So we're just going to move on. Who do you have as coach of the year?
Dan Campbell.
I had him.
I think that. Well, I know who you're going to put, which I agree with, too. Fuck, you could even put Todd Bowles up there. You could put a lot of coaches up there. I won't throw out yours yet, but I know who you are going to say. But Dan Campbell, what he's done with these Lions, man, holy shit! I know they were projected to make the playoffs this year, but he's taken a team and they've been legit contenders. So you can say who you're going to say.
Stefanski.
What?
Who'd you think
I didn't think you were going to say Stefanski. I thought you were going to say D'Amico Ryan.
See, he's my other option. The only reason why I edged him out is Stefanski did this with 5 different starting quarterbacks.
Fuck Kevin Stefanski. Ex-Minnesota Vikings coach.
different starting quarterbacks in a season.
You know what? Kevin Stefanski was a way better offensive coordinator than John DeFilippo. Fuck John DeFilippo and fuck the Eagles.
But yeah, I think Stefanski is going to win it. Like, you don't. How many teams play 2 other quarterbacks, maybe even 3 other quarterbacks, and make the playoffs? The man had 5 different quarterbacks and had the best defense.
Who?
In the
Deshaun,
Joe Flacco, PJ Walker,
whatever JR or whatever.
Yeah, the
Darian
rookie
Thompson Robinson,
and
DTR.
And then who did they?
There's no way they had another one. Who's the 5th?
Driscoll. They picked him up. Jeff Driscoll. They played him.
Holy fuck, dude! Jeff Driscoll played this year? How did I not know that?
He played the one game for the Browns.
Really?
Yeah, week 18.
Interesting.
But yeah, 5 different quarterbacks. And that 5th quarterback was only because they already sealed making it the playoffs. Didn't even have to.
Fuck him, dude. They don't even. Well, Nick Chubb getting hurt really killed that team, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, people forget about Nick Chubb. He might have been the number 1, top 2 running back in the league this year because I don't think he's going to be CMC. But dude, they were working the fuck out of him.
Yeah. It would have been interesting to see how much better that team probably would have been if he would have stayed healthy. But all right, beginning of the season, we did a breakdown of divisional winners who we thought we would win. I only got one divisional winner right.
How many did I get?
I don't know. I didn't look. You didn't look at your stuff?
Fuck no.
Oh my goodness.
I don't remember who I fucking put.
The only one I got correct. I should have had 2 correct, but I chose to opt with the Vikings to make you feel better. Because I had the Lions winning. Well, the only one I got right was the 49ers. You probably would. You probably would have had the Chiefs. I had the Chargers. I know you had the Chiefs.
I would have had the Chiefs.
You would have had the 49ers.
I would have had the 49ers. I know I would have had the Vikings. I most definitely would have had the Bucks, I think. I could have the Saints. I don't know.
The Vikings
I would have had the Bucks.
The Vikings didn't win, so you have 2 right at least. You probably had the Cowboys just to fuck with me.
Yeah, I didn't have the Cowboys.
Yeah, but I had the Jets.
I probably had the Jags.
I had the Jags.
I didn't have the Jets. I had the Dolphins.
Yeah, I had the Jets, Bills, and Dolphins all tied with the same record, but the Jets winning just based off of that. But so I looked at 5 teams because unlike you, I went down into like the records and shit. And I did. There's 5 teams that I were completely fucking wrong on, and 5 teams that I was perfect on. The first one was I had the Chargers going 12-5, and they went 5-12. Brandon Staley fucked me on that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
he did.
Who would have fucking thought?
I don't know.
I had the Texans going 4-13. They go 10-7.
Yeah.
I had the Jets going 12-5. They went 7-10, which isn't too bad, but it's still fuck me. I had the Bengals going 15-2. They went 9-8. Goddamn injuries.
Yeah, but they might have. They were never going to go 15-2, but they still could have gone, 11-6 or 10-7 or something.
It could have been a lot closer. That's all I know. And then I had the Packers going 14-3, and they went 9-8 or 4-13.
Yeah, I'm going
4-13.
Oh, I was going to say
4-13, and they went 9-8.
14-3. Yeah. What are you going to do?
3 teams did worse. A lot of that probably due to injury, and the Chargers just so disappointing. And then the other 2 just coaching and their players overperforming. I mean, Nobody expected Jordan Love to perform at the high rate he has, and nobody projected the.
I called it. I called that shit though, Skinny.
I think yours was kind of more of like, wouldn't it be funny if this happened because he learned?
No, no. I said I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch whatever podcast. It's gonna be like, well, dude, that'd be so many hours of podcast. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna find it somewhere. And I know that I said that Jordan Love is gonna be good, and I said because he sat behind Rodgers and the Packers would get that lucky. And I've been on the Jordan Love train the whole year. I drafted him in fantasy. I've had him as a quarterback. He's top 5. Like, Jordan Love's legit, dude. He's legit, and he's good.
He's going to beat Dak this weekend. But then there were 5
That'd be
records
cool.
I had perfect. I had the Giants record. They went 6-11. Perfect. I had the Chiefs going 11-6. Got that on lockdown. I had the Titans go 6-11. Perfect again. I had the Cards going 4-13, which it's only perfect because my Eagles lost that week.
Yeah.
And then I had the Bears going 7-10, which they went 7-10. So like, even though I had 5 bad ones, I feel good about my 5 correct ones.
Yeah, I know that I didn't do records once we did it. I just did these people.
Dude, I went into it. I had like pages on pages of shit written
Dude,
down.
you were fucking like excited about it.
Dude,
remember.
I was. It was so fun because it's like you get to look back at it at this point in the time of the year and be like, how fucking bad was I at these guesses?
Can you believe that it's been, over 18 weeks? Because we did this way before preseason, I think.
We did it right.
We did it
the week after the draft, back in April. So April, May.
Oh, really? Holy fuck, dude. That's such a long time.
Wait, are you talking about when we did the projections or how long we've been doing the podcast?
Yeah, the projections.
Oh, the projections we did like a week or 2 before the season started.
That's what I mean. That's still a long time. No, I know that we started the podcast after the draft.
Yeah, you were confused me there a little bit. Sorry, I'm confused.
It's okay. I get confused too.
Yeah, so I feel good about myself. I had 5 right. That's 5 of 32. That's
I mean, getting a record right is pretty impressive, not gonna lie.
Now the over-unders are a different story. I didn't even look at it, but I know the over-unders on a lot of them. I would have more over-unders correct than I would wrong, though, because I was...
Wrong?
Yeah, I was looking at some of those, and it's like, damn, I was like... because some of those over-unders were like 7.5, and they won 8 games, so I had them going over. Or like the Panthers were projected like 6.5 games, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way they get over 6.5 wins.
And they did not.
I think my best one was the Commanders. Like, besides these perfect picks, I had the Commanders going like, how many games did they even win? 2? Yeah, they won 2, right?
The Commanders won 2 games?
Yeah, how many did they win?
I thought they won more than 2. Holy fuck, they won 2 fucking games? Dude, that's a team that like played really competitive from.
No, they went. Games. All right, sorry, they went 4-13. I had them winning 2 games. So
yeah, I was going to say.
But their over under was like 6.5. So like, I mean, they were under anyway. Like, that's what I think I need to start betting on more often, is doing some like over under season wins in a parlay. Maybe I'll do that next year.
That's such a long fucking bet, though, dude.
I had one bet for Doug Peterson to win Coach of the Year, but that one's not going to fucking happen.
Really? How much would that have paid you?
I bet $1 just to win 18. It would have paid $18 if I would have won, but it's not going to happen. So every time I log in, I'm just like, oh, there's that one open bet that I just cancel it now because it's not going to happen. Next miscellaneous. Did you do any hot seats at all, or?
I did not.
There's one I have, and it's Nick fucking Sirianni.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's a terrible coach, dude.
What does he
he's
do?
Literally
like,
a terrible
that's my
coach.
thing. Is like, what does he even do?
How do you go 10-1 and fucking end up going fucking 11-6, dude? that team, I have my opinions about it. I think that Eagles team is very talented, and the fact that they're doing that is crazy. They do stupid play calling. Jalen Hurts, they don't use him how they're supposed to, and they try to overrun him too. Like they don't run smart. Like it's like, you know, it's at the end of the game. Let's have Jalen Hurts run a fucking QB draw once we're down by 10. Like they're just dumb.
We should have been 13-4.
Yeah, guys should never lost to the Jets. Never lost to the Cards.
Well, I guess,
never lost to the Giants.
Clearly we probably should have more wins, but like coming out of that difficult schedule, we had 3 games left. All 3 games that we should have won. 4 games if you include the Seahawks. But I mean, like, yeah, we should have had 1 or 2 losses all season. And yeah, he's on the hot seat. Like, again, a part of me wants us to just fucking lose this game so he does get fired, because my biggest worry is if we win,
they're not gonna fire him.
Like if we win, he doesn't get fired, and that's my biggest fucking worry. Is I want him gone. The Panthers reached out and requested to interview Brian Johnson, and I'm like, please, fucking take him, Right now, I am on the go get Bill Belichick train and bring back Frank Reich. Like that is one of my 2 big trains right now.
You guys are not gonna get Bill Belichick, bro.
We won't, but that would be a fucking great plan, all right? Because Frank Reich doesn't need to be head coach. We need a competent offensive play caller, and we need Bill Belichick to be head coach and run our defense.
Bill Belichick would shut down the freaking New Heights podcast, bro.
Oh, probably, but the
then
thing is,
he would put
Jason
that
Kelce
team
might
on.
retire.
I guess maybe not. Cause,
Jason Kelce might retire. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's fair.
But all right, the last fun topic of this time is Pro Bowl. Just Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl snubs, just whatever with the Pro Bowl. That list was ridiculous in some aspects.
Yes. I think I only got the starters for my list.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have an image, and I just know a couple of things. First off, who is your, like, a Pro Bowl snub that you have?
It looks like Josh Allen, bro. You're gonna put Tua over Josh Allen?
Even Patty Mahomes this season over Josh Allen.
Sad. Mm-hmm. Honestly, Tua or Josh Allen over all 3 of the quarterbacks. I love me some Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes had a rough year. The worst year statistically of his career, by far. Lamar was on a good team. Lamar had his moments. Josh Allen had 44 fucking touchdowns, dude.
And he's not.
Josh Allen was legit. Nope.
Yeah, that was such a shocker to me. The Pro Bowl needs to fix its voting of some way, shape, or form, because it's just a oh, I know this name, like I want him in there. Like it's just annoying. Like it's super annoying. Josh Allen, how do you lead the league in touchdowns and not get your name in there? And not a single one of those quarterbacks is like, hey. And the crazy part is, you just beat one of those quarterbacks that was on that list to seal the division. You know, like one shit the bed, one didn't. So
hasn't he beat all of them except for Lamar?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't even.
Interesting. Can't even say nothing.
My first Pro Bowl snub is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's fucking wild. Let's see who they put in the NFC.
AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, and not JJ.
Puka Nacua.
AJ Brown. As much as he had a solid start to the season, fell off a little bit. Probably shouldn't be in there over him. Like
I agree.
Like Mike Evans had his, he had a decent season. Definitely overperformed with having Baker. Nobody thought he was going to do anything. CD and Puka both had phenomenal seasons, but like after
I was
those,
going to say CD and Puka are the only two that I feel like should be in there.
after those,
Mike,
Amon-Ra should be in there.
yeah, I would say Amon-Ra over Evans and AJ Brown. I'd probably put Evans over AJ Brown just because Evan was consistent this year.
Yeah, I 100%
AJ
agree.
Brown was.
Yeah, AJ Brown did the first half of the season. Sure, definitely deserved it. Second half, nah, get it like.
Honestly, even being hurt, I feel like JJ over AJ Brown this year.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I feel like you got to play most of the season. Like you can't.
But still, that 10
Yeah.
games, 1,000 yards. That's
Yeah,
a toss-up.
I don't know. I feel
like
like you got to
it's a conversation.
injuries. Yeah, injuries. It's like the NBA had to change it to where like you play. You have to play in like 65 games. Is it to be eligible for like certain?
How many games total is it?
82. So you have to play in 65 divided. I don't know. Like you have to play in a good majority of the. So
80. Well, it's less than 80. What's more than 80?
So just
No,
about it's 79. So just about 80. So
Yeah.
he played in less than 60%. So you'd have to play in like what 13 games, 14.
Yeah,
games?
AJ played it. Or
You
JJ
basically
played
you'd have to
in-
play in 13 to 14 games to be eligible. I think for the Pro Bowl, in my opinion, if you're going to be eligible for anything like that.
Also, TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, that one shocked me too.
You're going to put George Kittle and Sam Laporta over him. I get Sam Laporta, but dude, TJ was the number one tight end until he got hurt, and he got hurt like what, week 15, 16?
Hawkinson, or I think Kittle got in there just because he led the tight ends in yards at the end of the season, and then Laporta. It sucks because you only can have two. You know, like.
Yeah.
Like I can see everybody's reasons behind it, but yeah, Hawkinson kind of shocked me that he didn't get in because Kittle had like a quiet 1,000. Like nobody was like, "Wow, Kittle's having a great, phenomenal year." He's like Laporta had a phenomenal year because he had not only the yards, but he had 10 touchdowns, 10 plus touchdowns. Like,
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Laporta was good.
And then yeah, Hawkinson was having his season until he got hurt. I also wonder too if injuries kind of play the part because it's like in certain aspects, like quarterback, like
They used it as a tiebreaker.
yeah, like Carson Wentz got a Pro Bowl. Like I think because how it happened was the year that he got injured, he's a Pro Bowler technically, but he didn't play. You know, like he wasn't going to ever do it, so somebody else got.
And
the
then they
spot.
get someone
Yeah.
else in there.
I think that's what they probably should have done in this situation is Hawkinson deserves to be a Pro Bowler, and then you bring in whoever the next guy was. Like that's where I get that's where I hate like how the voting system works. Like something needs to change. I don't know exactly what needs to change for it, but something for sure.
Hey, Teddy Bridgewater was a Pro Bowler, and so was Mitch Trubisky at one time, I believe.
Yeah. Do you have any more snubs?
Yes. Antoine Winfield Jr.
That was my last one. By far the best. He was the best safety in the league all year.
Over Buddha. Buddha Baker.
If you look at the stats, Buddha is nowhere close to him. I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't know what happened there.
I have one more. I would have put Ladarius Sneed in there too. He had a really good year.
Who did they put in over him?
The corners for the NFC, or I guess it's AFC. It could be. Patrick Surtain, Sauce Gardner, Jalen Ramsey, and Denzel Ward.
Sauce didn't have that good of a season, did he?
Jalen Ramsey was hurt. Sauce Gardner's name value, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but again, it's one of those things where Yeah, I guess Jalen
Patrick
Ramsey.
Surtain.
But Jalen Ramsey came in and was like perfect from the get go, despite his injury. I don't know.
He was good,
I
yeah.
feel like Sauce kind of fell off a little bit this year compared to last year.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. But again,
Yep,
that's a tough
I
one
agree.
because the Chiefs' defense started off hot for half the season and then took a huge shit, big old poop. It seemed like at the
Yeah.
end of the season, which there's so many factors that I feel like play into it than what they actually say.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I can't wait for the reserves to come out because, there's many of those players aren't even going to be available. So,
Yep.
because let's see here,
I agree.
Lamar. So, all the Pro Bowlers at quarterback, at least two of them potentially could be in the Super Bowl. So then you got to have replacements for them. Which at that point, depending on who's there for them, Josh Allen definitely deserves to be in that spot for the AFC. And then NFC, Jared Goff,
Yeah.
I'd probably say has been the fourth best quarterback.
Dude, it's so stupid because, like, this would be the year for Kirk Cousins to be, like, the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, the year that he gets hurt. It's been such an odd...
Like, he literally was playing. It is. It's like the Matt Ryan MVP year all over again.
Yeah. So, my topics with the Pro Bowl, ways to make the Pro Bowl better. I thought of these just because we did Pro Bowl in general. Position switches. Imagine you got a game, you're playing the game, and you got fucking Jason Kelsey coming in to kick a field goal, or you got fucking Aaron Donald
That'd be funny.
taking a snap at quarterback. Like shit like that. Just like mix it up. Make things. You got fucking I don't know, Tyreek Hill rushing the passer. Like just shit like that. Like that. I feel like that would be more fun. I know, like you'd also have the chance to like fuck around with your teammates a little bit more too. Again, they're not going to take the game as serious if they start doing this, but like you'd be able to start doing pads again instead of the flag football bullshit, and then you'd be able to go in and like 2 quarters of the game you completely just do different shit. Like you throw it back to like flag football. Like flag football, when I was flag football coaching, you were constantly the only person I never changed out was my quarterback. But that was because I needed my oldest, more experienced person that knew what the fuck they were doing to handle the ball at least. But like every kid played lineman, every kid ran the ball, every kid played wide receiver. You just move shit around, have fun with it. And then that way, kickoffs, some guy like fucking Myles Garrett's returning a kickoff return or something. Like why not? Fuck it. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. The Pro Bowl is dying, though, just because the players don't want to do that kind of stuff anymore. It used to be like people would play it hard. I kind of wish they do like something like they'd never be able to do that, but maybe like something like a bracket for the first overall pick, pick the top 4 worst teams and have them fight for a first round pick, the first overall pick, and then bracket them off of that, or maybe like
Yeah.
I don't know, figure out something that they could do something fun. You could actually see some football that weekend, but
yeah, my other thing was non-pro participants participating. So like when you do the skills challenge, you have guys like my idea was like, how they do like NFL fan of the year for each team. Every year, the NFL fan of the year, if able to or applicable, they get to the Pro Bowl and they get to participate in, or like maybe not all of them, but like 5 of them or some shit. And they get to participate in like the skills challenges with these players. You do like the quarterback throw, and you do the 40-yard dash, and you do the like all those other like random fucking one-on-one shit. Because you'd be able to realistically see how like a average human would be against these guys in certain things, or like go kick field goal. I feel like plus it gets the fans involved. I mean, it's something that people are gonna watch. People are gonna be like, wow, let's see how good 32-year-old CrossFit trainer football fan for the Bears is against some of these. This guy's still pretty athletic, but exactly, like running routes and trying to beat DBs. Because then you also get the people that are like, oh, I could run 30 yards in a football game. Having a chance to like kind of do that shit. Like I think it would be pretty cool to get like a fan NFL, maybe not NFL fan player of the years or whatever, fan of the year, but that would probably be the better way to do it. But yeah, I think that would be kind of neat.
Yeah, it would.
I'd be putting my ass out there for NFL fan of the year every year. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna compete, and I'm gonna make myself look like a fool against these professional athletes.
I'd have to show them that I can run 30 yards, dog.
Yeah.
I'll tell them, what you don't know is 2015 track state runner, dude. Track state qualifier for Iowa, dude. They'd be like, oh, that's fast.
Before we get into that end of the fucking quarter, go Pro Bowl. Let's get the make 2024 make the Pro Bowl great again.
Damn right. They won't though.
All right. Quarter 4 or quarter 3 technically would be quarter 4. We have an official week 18 came in week 18. Pick'em guest Pick'em
champion.
Skyler last week in the hardest week, I'd probably say, with all the sitting and not knowing what's going to happen. Skyler went 13-3 on his Pick'ems, so he not only beat the record, he is the record holder for our guest because it was the last week to do it. So, congratulations, Skyler, on getting that 13-3. I know it's not the best record. I think I have the best at 14, or maybe you have one too at 14. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at all of who had the best week overall, but I know one of us has a 14 at least.
Next year, we need to start marking this stuff down.
I have everything.
So we don't have
down.
to go through.
I just have to go back and look.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I don't. So I get rid of the papers I do. I should just keep it.
Since the first podcast I've gone through, I'm almost through 2 notebooks, and I write down a lot of shit.
I'm sure you do.
Let's see here.
I just type mine all up and print out the paper.
Yeah, you're a typer?
Yep.
You're a typer.
I'm a tipper.
Yeah, week 1 I went 7-9.
Yeah, I remember I was kicking your ass for a long time, then you just turned around and started fucking me up.
Yeah, because I'm just good like that. 11-5, 27-11-5. I didn't start writing yours down until a little bit later. 28-21, 7-7.
Yeah.
I went 5-8 one week. You went 4-9 one week. Oh God.
Yeah, we had bad weeks. Couple bad weeks.
Then the next week we made up for it and both went 13-3, 12-2, 10-4, 6-8, 7-7. Damn, maybe we didn't get 14. 10-4, 8-6, or I didn't write it down. 10-6, 10-6, 7-6, 8-5. 7-8, 6-9. Oh, dude, maybe 12-4. Maybe Skylar has the record. No, I have 14 one of the weeks. I'd have to go back to like one of the very first weeks.
I think I had a really good week 1 or 2.
Well, I went 13-3 one of the weeks too. So I guess I could be tied, but yeah, I'd have to go look back and look.
But the pick'ems have been crazy.
Yeah, so Skyler went 13-3. So, sorry, I gotta fix this. So with our pick'ems, I beat you by 9. Last week I went 12-4. You went 11-5. I finished the season at 173-99, and you finished the season 164-108.
Terrible. Next year I'll do better.
My goal is to hit 200 next year. I gotta make up 27 games and make sure I get them right. Compared to that, but
yeah,
I'd say that's pretty good.
We're both way above 500, so
yeah, that's you see that, it's not bad. Be like, wow, that's an NFL quarterback's touchdown to interception ratio. Not too shabby, almost
not bad at all.
All right, bad betting. I know I didn't do it earlier, but we got bad betting. Again, bad betting. Went 3-1 last week. On the regular season games, we finished positive at 39-33. Now, in terms of money-wise, it all depends on if you parlayed them or not. And if you did individual, I don't even know. You'd have to, because all the odds would be different. But it doesn't matter. We finished above positive on our betting
500.
guesses. This week, we decided to say, fuck it, we're going to go big or go home. We got 6 games in the playoffs. We're going to bad bet all 6 of them, and if you put them in a parlay, it's a decent little payout. So first game we have is the Browns and the Texans. We have the Browns covering 2.5. Have them favored winning that. The Chiefs-Dolphins game, going to be 0 degrees, not including the wind at kickoff. Because of that, we feel the Chiefs will cover 4 against the Dolphins. The Bills and Steelers was a little tough one, but we largely think because of that Steelers defense losing their best player, the Bills are going to, and how hot the Bills have been playing, they're going to come out and cover 10 points against the Steelers at home. The Cowboys-Packers game, we think will be tougher than people think, closer than people think. We have the Packers covering 7.5. We have the Lions-Rams. Both have the Rams covering +3. Lions lose one of their star guys at Laporta. Rams offense has been gelling. Defense has been pretty decent. Lions defense is meh a little bit. It'll be a high-scoring game, I think, but Rams eventually cover that +3. And then I didn't want to do it, but Marcus does. Bucks covering +3 against the Eagles. And with that, if you were to parlay all 3 of these together, $10 wins you 457.17. Again, those odds are subject to change because those odds change throughout every day pretty much. So it'd still be about a $450 payout if you did those 6. So with the pick'ems, there's only 6 games. Marcus, why don't you go ahead and start it off?
Brandon Weeden and the Cleveland Browns versus Case Keenum and the Houston Texans.
Well, Case Keenum currently plays for him, but okay.
He was drafted to him, though.
I know, but he still currently plays for him, technically. I'm going to go with the Browns.
Okay, fine. David Carr.
Yeah, there you go. That one's better. I'm taking the Browns.
Give me the Browns. Joe Flacco all the way. Dude's a dog. Dude's sleeping on the sideline while games are going on because he just doesn't give a fuck.
It's past his bedtime.
Give me the Browns. My next game is Chad Pennington and the Miami Dolphins versus Trent Green. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Matt Castle and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs at home in the cold weather.
I'm taking the Chiefs too, but this one's a toss-up to me.
Dolphins like the nice heat. You know, I think the cold's going to get to
They
them.
do. Tommy Maddox and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus dude, fuck, I can't think of that quarterback's name. I know who my backup quarterback is for it, but look up 2011. Dude, just look it up. 2011 Bills quarterback, dude.
Are you thinking of the guy with the 2 letters as his first name?
Something Edwards.
Oh.
Fuck, what's his name?
Oh. Bills 2011?
Maybe it's 2010. (2011) or 2010.
Ryan Fitzpatrick was starting for him.
Go back a year. Go back a year. This is going to be a way big throwback that you haven't thought about in a long time.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is
I have
also
to
2010.
go back to 9 then 2009.
He was also 2009.
God damn it! Go out to 2008. Really?
You were not prepared for this.
Ryan Fitzpatrick? No, I didn't write it down.
Trent
I'm
Edwards.
just doing them off the dome. Trent Edwards. I knew the last name was Edwards. Trent Edwards. Give me Trent Edwards, dog, because he's gonna ball out versus the Steelers.
Give me the Bills.
Doug Peterson and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Jeff Garcia and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wait. Why are you... Okay, I guess that's a...
I'm just going...
Okay, I'm taking
going
the Eagles.
off of what it... Give me dangerous, dude. Give me Baker Mayfield. Give me the... As my coworker Scott says, the one true king. Give me Baker Mayfield. He's dangerous. He's fiery. He's gonna kick the shit out of the Eagles, and I'm gonna fucking talk so much shit to you next week. That's what I want.
Yeah, where are the Vikings at exactly?
It's okay because I'm a really, 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 really big Green Bay Packers fan.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What is that? 7 teams now in the season?
Well, I'm a Bills fan and also a Browns fan, so either way, I'm winning.
Yeah. Okay.
Wherever we go, I'll be the fan of the team that wins the Super Bowl. That's my fan.
Nice.
You got to go how you got to go, Skinny. Give me a sec. I got to really think.
Who you think?
Sam Bradford.
Who are you thinking of?
And the
Oh,
St. Louis Rams versus Joey Harrington,
Nice.
Oregon guy, and the Detroit Lions.
I am taking the Rams.
I am taking the Rams. Oh, no, I take that back. I'm taking the Lions.
I think that offense is just too good. Matthew Stafford's going to come back to the Lions and be like, "You wanted to get rid of me? You want to fuck on me? You want to fuck on me? I fuck on you." And ruin the Lions' homecoming.
Here's the thing. It's a revenge game. It's a revenge game for both teams.
Yeah, but...
And then...
Matthew Stafford's coming back to Detroit. That's the best part.
And then Matt Flynn
No,
and the
Seneca
Green Bay
Wallace.
Packers. You like that one?
Seneca Wallace is better.
No. Matt Flynn was way better, dude. Matt Flynn fucking fleeced the fucking Seahawks out of a contract, bro.
Bro, Seneca Wallace is like
He got real money.
Iowa State royalty. Come on. For the people.
Seneca. Who would be a good Cowboys quarterback? Dak's boring. Tony Romo's boring. You got that one. Who is the black guy that played quarterback for him before?
Oh no, I would do Jason Garrett.
No. Look up 2005 Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Quincy Carter. Is it? Is he 2005?
2005 was Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, 2004. Sorry, 2004. I forgot that's the year that he got traded.
Vinny Testaverde.
Who was the backup? Quincy Carter was a fucking starter. I want to say it was. Maybe it's 2003.
Tony Romo.
God, we gotta
and
keep
Drew
going
Hansen.
back.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
2003. Maybe Quincy Carter wasn't. Maybe I'm lying.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm a liar.
2003, Quincy Carter.
All right, see, I knew it. Give me the Cowgirls.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys too.
But
we'll see.
That'll be fun.
I'm not too confident in some of these, but
what are you gonna do?
what am I gonna do? I'm gonna hope that the Eagles
Pray that they
lose so we can fire Nick Sirianni.
I told you he's the biggest douchebag in the league, bro. It works 60%.
I just want all defensive, offensive coordinators and the coach fired and restart.
God, if we could just take your attitude from week 10 and then show your attitude now, you're like such a doomer about it. It's not fun to fuck with you anymore because it's like before you'd be like, we're so fucking good.
Because in my head, I'm like, we've been playing bad ball and we're 10-1. It can only get better. And then every week, week I hear the players, we're gonna get better. We're gonna move on, and then they never do. And then I'm at this point where it's just like, I'm tired of listening to the same shit for the last 18 weeks. I know we've won some games, but it's the same shit every week. I'm tired of it. Get fucking rid of Nick Sirianni. Let's get some competent coaches, and we'd be fine. We'll be fine next year with competent coaches. But without competent coaches, we shouldn't even be in the playoffs.
I agree.
But, all right. Thank you for staying tuned to this episode of Two Drunk Guys. Make sure to follow us on YouTube. The X. Get on the X. We only have 8 followers. We got 40 subscribers on YouTube, a couple followers on Spotify. We have Amazon Music. We got Instagram, which Instagram, Mark has kind of been good at that. I've been really bad at posting on the Insta. We got the X. We got the Facebook group. We need more people on the X. I live on the X. I can make it work on the X. You love the tweets. He loves the X. You love the X. You'll love the tweets I put on the X. Everything.
Some say it's the best tweets.
I personally like them when I send them. But go follow us. We did get another subscriber. We're officially at 41 subscribers. So continue. Let's get to that 50 by the end of the 6 weeks. Let's get to 50.
Damn right. We need 50. Well, like and subscribe, friends.